welcome back to another episode of Starmade. Now, last episode I was kind of working on a mining project. As you can see by just about everything around me, I've got my mining done. That ship looks a little bit cockeyed. I'm going to go up there and fix that. Seems like it's not quite docked, which could cause problems for me. Other than that, you see over there I have a salvager ship I've been working on using rails and a salvager ship that is separate from the ship itself, simply so I do not have to do so much work. It will do a good bit of the work on its own. And then I have a fighter that I'm working on right over there, which that's what the main part of this episode will be, is me working on that fighter. Now yes, like I said, this is for whatever reason, or at least seems to be, off of its support, or its dock, I should say. Doesn't appear that it is. Now it is. I'm going to try and maneuver it around and redock it, because it not being docked can cause server lag issues. Granted, it should not have come undocked, but it is fine. I can just simply redock it in a matter of seconds. Give it time to load up. There we go. And we're back out and about. I'm sorry for the extremely bright light. Yes, it is still very bright for me. So someone just tried to take control of a neutral ship, as you can see in the top right hand corner. I'm not really worried about it. I know that it was none of my ships. So let's go ahead and wander on over. Actually, first, now that I've got that fixed, that might stop some of the lag issues that I was getting. I'll take you on a tour of that ship over there in a little while. But as you can see, and I'm now going to stop that from producing more engines for right now. This is producing hull to kind of cover my ship. Right now it's not very armored, so it won't stop much damage, but it'll stop some. So here's all you have to do, is you just choose what recipe you want and make that. So right now I am just making this simple gray hull, because in order to make anything more advanced I need, well, I changed it, so I will show you real quick. I just type in gray. Boom, there's gray standard armor, which will give me more armor. For that I need Sapson and Mason. So I come over here and look. I do not believe I have any. Attack fire at. So what I'm looking for is Sapson and Mason. I mass it, or mace it, whichever one you want to call it. But I do not have any Sapson. So that's something I was mining for earlier. I did not find any of, so I kind of came back here since now it is peak hours, so mining is going to be a little bit harder because things are going to lag a lot more. So what I'm mainly going to do now is just jump up here in my little fighter hull as it's gotten so far. Now it did just say something in the top right about the rail and this being too heavy for it. That's mainly if I want to try and move this. This is way too heavy for the rail, so it will not move. It will only move at 1% or something like that. But right now I'm not worried about that. What I'm trying to do is get this ship kinda ready for combat. Not exactly super ready for it, but at least ready enough that if I need to, I can use it. So this goes here. And put one of those there. And I'm just going to kind of expand this out. Well, like this. There we go. Just some nice little thrusters right now. I know they don't have any special coloring to them, but that is fine. I'm not worried about them having any special coloring right now. How many of these do I have? I have 2, so it's just enough right there. And up here on the top, right here, this hole will be a turret. This front part here is going to be our window to the cockpit, and I'm going to put multiple guns on the inside of this. I just have not completely decided where at. So now it is time to undo this one right here and kind of just go along this with the hull to kind of give it a little bit more protection here. Now I do plan on making this ship a little bit different from most of my other designs in the main way of, instead of using heat seekers, I will be using lock-on missiles and a multitude of other weapons instead of just a few small weapon systems. Now I'm going to actually, I plan on putting another turret probably right about here, so I'll leave that hole open to remind me. Now this turret here will probably be something different, as you can see by the way that the hole is. That'll be the main shape of the turret, so that it just pretty much sticks to the shape of the ship and it looks less like it's out of place. What I might actually do though is have it raised up from the ship by one block, and boom, boom, boom. If I hold down control and I turn down this, I'd actually go into what is called advanced build mode and build a little bit faster. Actually end up building a good bit faster. So I just do that, and there we go. That little raised up bump for it is where our turret for there will be. It'll be a pretty odd shaped turret at the base, but the rest of it should look nice. So someone came on and said hello to the multitude of admins, and then an admin says, at members of the Divine Retribution, in accordance with admin guidelines, a lag generation object has been removed from the game. The planet you have been strip mining came up in my daily lag logs. It has been removed. Please refrain from mining planets when the server has more than 10 people online. Who thinks it isn't? Mining asteroids, especially with a group of typical, more efficient than mining with a group is typically more efficient than mining planets. What about asteroids? Asteroids for the win. Also, Saber, I have a new build sector. Those are great. Those are the things you can mine. Already here. You search to find it. I'm the only one online, and I have been near any planets. So, so the admins just took care of some lag that we were getting, which is pretty nice. So they mainly just try and keep from strip mining any planets if you come onto this server. But it is very nice that the admins are willing to do that. I'm actually going to do this real quick to kind of quickly get this taken care of. Boom, 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 boom. Now I am on a planet, but that's not generating lag. They did come by, say there was a small lag spike here, but that was nothing, so everything is fine. Now this looks a little bit too flat up here, so I think what I will do is put in a sort of player-friendly hole because of your high population. Think of this more as a housekeeping or house cleaning. Alright. So this will be like a little hole where other players, if they so choose to be on my ship, can kind of look out and see what is going on outside. That will mean connecting a hallway to it, but I am fine with that. As for the entrance, I have not completely decided where my entrance will be. It'll most likely be either down here or on one of the sides. I've yet to decide. As for our weapons, I haven't decided about them either yet, but they will probably be embedded in the side somewhere. Should be very interesting. Let's see. Just kind of come along here like this. This one won't be a turret. This one will just be like a little window for people to look out. But I do want to have it raised up so that it kind of gives a little bit more detail to this. Now there's a lot more left to do on this, but for right now it's time to jump out of this ship and head on over. I'll actually show you this salvager real quick. Actually, first I'm going to go drop off this hull and stop hull production, because right now we do not need any more of it. So, and I don't exactly remember if I stopped it or not. Nope, I did not, so I need to find my mouse. There it is. So deactivate that, drop those off in there. Go ahead and grab those out of there and throw them in there. I do not need that. Actually, no, you know what? I will keep that in that, just in case. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over to this big thing, and you guys can have a look at it. And actually, I will take it out for a spin to kind of show it off. Automated miner. Well, it wasn't me, because this miner is mine, and I'm in my own faction. As you can see, there is logic on this ship, a very, very large amount of logic. Let's jump up in here. Oh, there we go. Grab this. Excuse me. Come in here. Close our door. Yes, there is a ton of logic running around. I do notice this. I have not yet decided what I want to do about it, but for right now, this is simply a ship about mining. Alrighty then. That's interesting that this is here. But let's go ahead and we can take off. Or at least try and get out of the planet's bounds. And this ship is very heavy compared to the thrust, so it is slightly harder to get off a planet. I'm actually going to zoom out, roll this big ship over, roll it over some more, and force it off the ground with rolls. Now this may make some people dizzy. If so, I am sorry. That is currently how I have to get off that planet right now. I do plan on changing that. Now, another thing is, this down here needs to be moved. So instead of being right down here, I'm going to place it right here. So get my rail dock to be turned the right way. There we go. So I can actually just place it right there. And voila. Alright, so I've actually been mining up a station around here, so I'm going to go continue doing that. Try and stay off the planet's pull, and we're good to go. So, let me remember which one of these is which. I believe it is this one to start the ship moving. Maybe. Click. Yep, there we go. The ship has started moving. And now I will come over here, and when we get close to the station, I'm going to stop, turn this on, and hopefully if there's no lag spikes, then I will leave it running. If there are, then I will probably stop it. This video has been going on about 14 minutes, but I haven't showed you very much still. Last episode, I barely showed you anything. This episode, I've showed you just as much, which is barely anything. So I am thinking that I may have to just start up a space station and continue from there. You know, set up some power, but mostly just set up a basic space station, kind of just flat place to dock all my ships right now. After I get that done, I think it'll be time that I actually get you guys back on here, record some more of this, so that you can actually see this game at its best. So I can show you, or at least this game at its start or something, you know, so I can show you guys, like, this is how the crafting system works and all that good stuff. Just so that we all see that, and you all see that, and you can decide if you want to play the game or not. Now, the reason crafting is so important is most of our stuff, as you can see from the ship I was making and from this ship, which is actually made all from crafting, a lot of the stuff you do is going to have to start out crafting, because you do not have a lot of money to go to shops and sell stuff. However, mining planets, not very effective, but people think it is. However, mining stations, pretty effective for getting you some resources to start off as basic things you need. Ooh, going a little bit too fast. Glad there's no collision damage on this server, or that would have been very bad for the whole ship. But I'm used to servers having damage collision, so I tend to come out here and look at it. Here's the main cockpit, and actually I'm going to turn this on. So click that, and it should start firing, hopefully. Will it? Will it start firing? Alright, well, you may have to give me a moment to go down there and fix it. I'm going to try this. Actually, I'm going to step out of the ship. I'm going to look for the gravity block. Where did I put it? There it is. Gravity. Pretty sure that's the stop button. Oh, this isn't where I wanted to be. Uh-oh. Well, we have a very, very small problem. Jump up here to fix this problem. Just activate the signal. Turn it off. Wait till I get over here. And activate that. Well, I was kind of late on activating that, but you know what? I still got it to work. Are you connected to you? No, you're not. That could have been the problem. So let's go ahead and jump back up here into our lovely spaceship. If I can get up there. There we go. And if I press this, that should start working, possibly. Press that. Right, so it's moving, but for whatever reason it's not. There we go. Now I shall sit back and let this ship do the work on its own. However, as you will see, I do not get the stuff in my inventory. So I want to jump out of my ship. Actually, I want to jump in the ship. Press C to kind of auto-balance myself. Spin this around to where I'm looking at the station. Come up to here. And I'm going to park right about here. Well, not yet. And park right here. Jump out of the ship. Wait for this to get back over here. Current, population cap is 60. Jump down on here. Drop down in here. Open these, and there you go. We're getting our stuff. Aw, yeah. So it's all piling up right in here for me, which means I don't have to do anything. Except for clean that out when I get back to base. Aw, yeah. There we go. Now I just need to... Oh, I turned that off. I didn't want to turn that off, but I did. Turn it back on. Can I jump? Yes, I can jump now. Activate that. Wait for this to come back around and just go up there. So yeah, this thing's just kind of mining away on its own. Just kind of look down through this. Hopefully no one's suffering too much pain. I don't think we are. No, not really. Whoa. Hey. So, I now just kind of wait for this to get back around here, and this may not be the most efficient. Oh, screwed that up. Ship size limit is anything over 1 kilometer needs to be approved by admins. So 1,000. So anything under 1,000 in length, width, and height is fine. If it goes even 1 meter over that, it needs to be approved by an admin. So most of my ships will probably be really small like this, because I do not need much more. Oh yeah, I got it. So now we kind of just sit back like I said, and we let this go to town. So as you can see, it actually does mine this pretty fast. And it also gives me time to sit here and just kind of talk to you guys. But 21 minutes, that's about all the time I have for this video. My last video I did on this, I let it run 25 minutes. It took an hour to upload. So I'm going to have to call this one here. I might record later on. I might not. Maybe not some Starmade, but I'm going to definitely record some other stuff. Because I only have one video left for release, and I'm going to release that tomorrow. So, for today, that's all from this game. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. But remember, in case you are still here, if you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments or just hit the like button, you know? If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and head to the channel, subscribe, and see them in your subscription feed as soon as they come out. Which, I'm going to be working on getting them out at around 11 in the afternoon every single day. Well, 11 in the morning, whichever way you want to call it. 11 just before noon. How about we call it that? Between 10 o'clock and noon, I will have all of my videos out, like one a day. And hopefully you guys all enjoy that. I'm going to be working on some other things in the process. I'm thinking about getting other games. I got all kinds of stuff going. However, I got one fair warning before I go. I know this video is running long because I'm just rambling on now. That is, I am hopefully getting a new job soon, which means I will not be able to record quite as much, but I will keep the recording going as long as I can, and that'll be that. But when I get that new job, I'll be able to get more games. I'll be able to do all kinds of better stuff. So here's to me hopefully getting that really good job that I can't wait to get. Other than that, I'll see all of you guys in my next video.